Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, the Red Baron is gone off the bench. Actually, the box is in the trash can. Um, so what do I start now? Well, you've already seen the thumbnail. Start no, but get back on is the Edsel. I actually had it, where I could see it not this whole time until I built these drawers, and then I was like, well, I'll just put it in the drawer. And then you put it in the drawer and you pretty well forget about it. So there it is. So be a quick video here. Where did I leave off? Body needs to be wet sanded real good again. Another coat of clear coat. I've got this. That's the next step, is building the engine. That's really the part that's been scary. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to put some detail into this. Is a misprint. See that flat? That's not right. Anyway, this is a misprint. I guess I had it just to do a mock-up. You can also see like the belt's got some wackiness going on. Anyway, I got more. Yeah. Where do I start? I'm still not sold on the Convo Pro wheels or not. I don't know. But I got the chassis. That was a pretty big feat to do. But I got it pretty good. Fits under the car nice. Got the two little notches right there that fit in the back notches. So that at least is done. What I am dreading is building the 4-link, but because I've not ever built one of these. Fred Henry's built several, and I need to go watch his videos. And you're telling me, Matthew, that you sell these things and you don't even know how to put them together? Well, I mean, I know how they're supposed to go together. No, I've never done one. I don't venture out very far, honestly. There's another engine. Okay, you can see the difference. See the throttle mechanism right there on that one, and then the one that was misprinted. Kind of no throttle mechanism. It's just kind of flat. That looks like a good one. Except the supercharger's missing, but it just happened to have a supercharger right there. I'll be honest with you guys, this is crazy. I'm kind of a cheapskate when it comes to 3D printed parts. I've got a whole room full of them, and I'll dig through this stuff right here to try and find like a plug boot or something. Well, I could just go in there and get some, but I don't know. I'm a cheapskate. I think that's good though. It's not wasteful. But so yeah. I also had started, I don't know if I showed y'all this, but I 3D printed a little roll cage. I was trying to, I've never been able to design squat, hardly. A few things, mufflers and plug boots and stuff like that, but I was making me a roll cage, and I did do that one. And I think it will work. I might go back and do some changes. The thing about it is, it would have to literally go through the back seat, like have to drill holes in the back seat. And I don't think that would look normal, because, who's going to ride in the car? I mean, you could only ride in the middle. So I don't know. I'm not good at making bends and stuff. I mean, I was able to pull that one off. That design software is not easy for somebody like me that just doesn't know what to do. I was able to make this, and then attach these bars. This is all one piece. I mean, it printed one piece, but I want a back seat. So I think the bars need to like contour with the body. It fits better than that. It's not down on it. I had it up to the roof line pretty well, but they need to kind of like go up and then back and sort of rest on top of this like it's going through there. That would be ideal, but I'm not 100% sure if I can do that or not. I will try. I have until October, what, the 24th. It was on my birthday last year. Acme. It was on my birthday last year, and now you know how the calendar works. It's a day difference, and now it's on the 24th. I guess my birthday will fall on Sunday. But so I've got until then, but I've got a pretty busy schedule ahead of me. But honestly, that's pretty well done. Other than, you know, wet sand, shoot another coat of clear, polish it. Chassis for the most part done, except for the putting the rear end in it. So really the biggest feat is going to be building the engine and oh, there it is. Building the engine and detailing it. I guess there's that supercharger I was looking for. It's stuck on this mock-up engine, but that is going to be the biggest goal of mine. This is supposed to fit in there. I am one-handed right now. Haven't had an injury. I just happen to have a camera in it. How does it go in there? Why won't that go? Matthew, that's supposed to go. Looks like it's really hitting. There it goes. So yeah. Oh, the blower hat. Yeah, don't think I'm gonna use this blower hat. So I will be sourcing a different blower hat. This blower hat looks good though if you use like the breather, a big old breather that goes on it. It's made to fit on there. Like if you're doing an off-road. Matter of fact, Jason Hanscom just put one of these in the mud truck that I sell. He swapped the engine and put one of these big block Fords in it, and it is cool. The breather is, but you know that wouldn't look, you know, right to me like on a street car, because a lot of times street cars, you know, they should, but a lot of times they don't even have a breather. They're just sucking bugs and dirt and everything down into the injector. But I guess if you got enough money to have one of these cars, you ain't really worried about bugs getting sucked down into the engine. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe they spent their entire life savings. And anyway, I do have got to get that on there. The model car garage. There's the grill right there. I got to get that thing put onto there, because I done took the old one out. It's gone. I think I ground it out or something. I don't remember. It's been too long. But I got to get back on this thing and see what I can do. Keep you guys updated. And try not to start anything, although I'd like to. Try not to start anything else until I get this finished, because my time's limited. Very limited. It's like, not like I'm not here. I'm here all the time, but I'm working all the time. Like I've been preparing to go to the show. And then Heather and I are going to take a trip August 5th to somewhere. I'm not going to tell you. You'll see. But we're going to take a trip somewhere on August 5th. And then we'll be back on the 12th. So there's a span of time I'm not going to be here working. Ellie's going to be shipping the orders when they come in. So quick note, I'm going to try to put a video on the website. This is regarding MCB products. If you place an order on MCB products, please, I repeat, please make sure your address is right. I couldn't tell you how many times me and Heather have to the address will not be correct. And we'll either try and research it on Google to see maybe if you had a number missing or wrong in the zip code or whatever. And then we have to either reach out by email, wait a day or so. You know, sometimes people don't check email that often. But yeah, while we're gone, not for this trip at the show, but when me and Heather take our trip August the 5th, you can put the order in. It's going to get shipped if the address is right. But I don't expect Ellie to have to like track you down to it's honestly, it's just your address. I mean, you live there. I'm pretty sure you know what your address is. I hope you do. I can understand, ask your 10-year-old, what's our address? And they're like, what's your phone number? I don't know. Speaking of phone numbers, I'm already sidetracking. Remember the days before cell phones and contacts that we actually had to remember phone numbers? I've pretty well forgotten all of them. I can remember my home phone number. You can call it 912-462-6517. You can call it because it's disconnected. Well, it may not be. Somebody might have it, so you better not call it. And my grandmother's phone number, the house we live in, 462-5442. And somebody's was 462-5095, but I can't remember who it was. I'm sure they don't live there anymore. Yeah, but anyway, what did that spin off from? You should know your address because a 10-year-old maybe doesn't. And then how did I even get there? I don't know. Anyway, this is the there we go. I'm not sure what wheels. I don't know what would look good under that thing. But it's got to be them big old meats because I got this big old giant tubbed out back half on there now. So regardless, appreciate you guys. I don't know when this video is going to go out, by the way. So I might have said those dates and it comes out afterwards. I don't know. But because I hadn't even put the previous video out while I'm filming this one. So it could be actually we're already on our trip when you're watching this. I don't know. Probably so, now that I think about it. Could be, but maybe not. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Wish me luck on the Edsel. And I know I asked for like suggestions on the way here, but it's pretty much outside of that. I guess suggestions are a thing that I don't need them now because I'm already kind of to the point of no return. But hey, I have a suggestion. If you know anybody who knows how to design in CAD or a 3D type of design, let me know, because I'd love for them to design me a darn roll cage. But hopefully I'll be able to get that done. I'd love to have a designer that would work with me all the time. Like specifically for me. That sounds kind of selfish. But anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Take care. mcvproducts.com. Don't forget to get your address right. And we appreciate you. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care. And you're thinking, this video had no content to it. You're right. But I wanted to get that thing out of the drawer, and it was like, why not? So here it is. We're going to get started back on it. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.